Hello friends, today we'll discuss a topic on golden rules of writing the journal entries and the points to be kept in mind while writing the journal entries. So we'll start. See, accounts are divided into two parts. One is a personal account. One is a personal account. Next one is a impersonal account. Personal account is again subdivided into three parts. Natural person, first one is a natural person, second one is an artificial person, third one is a representation. Right? What is the example of natural person? We are the natural persons. Example: Ram, Sita, Geeta. See, natural persons. We are the natural persons. Example I have taken Ram, Sita, Geeta. And artificial persons. Who are the artificial persons? Government, company, any legal entity. ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, any company, Reliance, any company you take, that is a artificial person. Government is also artificial person. Representations. What is the representations? See, prepaid expenditure. Prepaid expenditure. Outstanding liabilities. Outstanding liabilities. This comes under representations. What is the meaning of prepaid expenditure? Prepaid expenditure is the expenditure you are paying for the future period. Example, expenditure. Example I am taking rent of January 2020, or else I will take the year only. Rent you are paying for 2021 in 2000 only. You are in the 2000 year, but you are paying the rent of 2021. That is a prepaid expenditure. This is a prepaid expenditure. Coming to the outstanding liabilities. Last year rent you are not paid till now. That is the outstanding liability. Means the due date is already been finished, but you are not yet paid. That is a outstanding liability. It can be a salary, it can be a electricity, it can be a wages, it can be a rent. Any expenditure belongs to your business. The due date has already been finished, but the payment is not been done. So that is a outstanding liability or outstanding expenditure. You can write here. So we'll discuss once again. Personal account is divided into three parts: natural person, artificial person, and representations. Natural persons are the persons like us, Ram, Sita, Geeta. And artificial persons can be any legal entity. It can be a government, company, private limited, public limited, LLP, partnership, proprietorship, anything. Any company, any legal entity. ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, Standard Chartered Bank, any bank. So these all comes under the artificial persons. Coming to the representations. Representation, prepaid expenditure. You are paying the expenditure of next year in the current year. That is a prepaid expenditure. Outstanding liability is the expenditure already been done. The due date has already been finished, but you have not yet paid the amount. That is the outstanding liability. Okay. How to write this in journal entries? This one first we will see. See, when you are paying the amount to the Ram, example, Ram is making the payment to the Sham. So, who is receiving? Example, I will write Ram paying 50,000 or 50 rupees Sham. How to write the general entry here? Ram is paying the amount. Sham is receiving the amount. So the general entry for the personal account is debit the receiver. Debit the receiver. Credit the giver. Here, who is the receiver? Credit the. Who is the receiver? Receiver is the Sham. Sham is receiving the funds. So I'll write the account like this. Sham account debtor. Sham account debtor 50 rupees. Sham is receiving. Debit the receiver. Sham is receiving. And who is paying the amount? Ram is paying. Means Ram is giving. Credit the giver to Ram account 50 rupees. Yes. We will take another example. We are paying the insurance premium for the next year. So that will be a prepaid expenditure. A prepaid insurance. Prepaid insurance we are paying. Account 10,000 or 100 rupees example. What we are paying? We are paying cash. So cash account. See here prepaid expenditure, this is only the personal account. This one is not the personal account. I'll tell you what is this. But here these two are personal accounts. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Here this is also personal account, prepaid expenditure, that is a prepaid insurance account debtor. This is a personal account. This one is not the personal one, I'll tell you. Next one is the impersonal account. Impersonal account. This impersonal account is divided into again two parts. One is a real account, other one is a nominal account. What is the example for the real account? The example for the real accounts are assets. Assets but not liabilities. Assets. Example of assets, I can say fixed assets. Fixed assets can be anything. It can be a land. It can be a building. It can be an investment. It can be a furniture. See, real account, assets. Real account is used for the assets. It can be a fixed asset. It can be a current asset also. Right. Coming to the real account. Here we will be discussing or we will be dealing with only expenditure or losses and incomes and gains. Now we will come to the general entries. Real account, debit what comes in. Debit what comes in. When you are purchasing the land or when you are purchasing the investment or plant and machinery, you are receiving the plant and machinery into your business. So, yes, impersonal accounts are divided into two parts, real account and nominal account. Real account is dealing with the assets and nominal account is dealing with the expenditures, expenditure and losses, income and gains. Right? Now we will write the general entries. The general entry for the real account is debit what comes in. Debit what comes in. Credit what goes out. Debit what comes in. What is coming? If you are purchasing the asset, if you are purchasing the land and building or plant and machinery, you are receiving the plant and machinery into your business. So debit it. When you are receiving the plant and machinery, that is the asset, you are receiving it. So you debit it. Debit the asset. Debit what comes in. If you are purchasing the land and building, you debit it. If you are purchasing the plant and machinery, you debit it. So debit what comes in. Suppose if you are selling the land and building, suppose if you are selling the plant and machinery, means it is going out of your business. When it is going out of your business, you credit it. Means debit what comes in. When you are purchasing the asset is coming in, you debit it. When you are selling the asset is going out, you credit it. Right? So debit what comes in and credit what goes out is a real account. It is dealing with the assets only. Assets only. Coming to the nominal one. Nominal one is dealing with the income and expenditure or losses and gains. What does it mean? Here, nominal account. See, this is the entity. This is a private limited company example, and we are paying the salaries to our employees. So what I will do? Salary I am paying, right? When I am paying the salary, that is the expenditure for me. For me, this is not individually for my personal, for the business. When I am talking about the business, when I am talking about the account, you need to always think about in the point of view of the company. In terms of the company only you need to think, but not in terms of the owner. Means the company, the entity is making the payment to the employees or wages to the workers. That time, that is the expenditure. Salary is the expenditure. Salary account. Salary is the expenditure. So salary account debtor. Why salary is the expenditure? You are paying from your business as they are working in the company. So salary is the expenditure. What did I say? Income and expenditure. Sorry, expenses or losses. Debit. Okay. First I'll write here. Debit. Sorry. All the expenditure and losses, and credit all the gains or profits. Right? Salary is the expenditure, so debit the salary. Debit all expenditure, so debit the salary. Salary account debtor. Take the example, 5,000 rupees. We are paying the salary, so that is the expenditure. To what is going out when you are paying the salary from the cash balance is getting decreased, or if you are making the payment from the bank balance is getting decreased, means bank is giving the amount, so bank account. Understanding? When you are making the salary is the expenditure, you debit it. From your account you are making the payment, that is the expenditure. From the bank account the payment is going out. Salary. And another example for this, you have received the interest income. You have received the interest income, that is the income. How you will write? The interest income, incomes and gains should be credited. Incomes and gains should be credited. Incomes and gains should be credited. Expenditure and losses should be debited. Salary is the expenditure, so we debited it. If we are receiving the interest income or commission income, we will credit it. How? We'll see. See, to commission received account. Take the example, 100 rupees we received the commission. Where we received either through cash or through the bank. So, right here. Bank account debtor, 100 rupees. Bank is receiving the funds. Bank account debtor, bank is receiving the funds. And what we are receiving? Commission. Commission is the income. Credit all incomes and gains. Commission is the income. If you are receiving the interest, that is also income. You write here interest income account. So, the bank is receiving the funds. So, we write the bank account debtor to commission received. If you are receiving the funds in terms of the cash, so you write cash account to commission account. Right, guys? I'll give you overview of this once again. Accounts are divided into two parts. First part is a personal account and second part is an impersonal account. Personal account is divided into three parts: natural person, artificial person, and representation. Natural persons are like us, and artificial persons are the entities, banks, companies, legal entities, and representations represents prepaid expenditure and outstanding expenditures, outstanding liability and prepaid expenditure. Coming to the impersonal one is divided into two parts: real account and nominal account. Real one and nominal one. Real one is dealing with the assets, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Nominal one is dealing with the income and expenditure or profit or gain.